You know, Brendan Fraser just won an Oscar. Yeah, it doesn't matter what it's called. Yeah. Brendan Fraser, Las Vegas, if you're betting, Oscar, no way out of it. No way out of it. I'm 100% sure. I follow the Oscars every year. I know this. I get it right every time. Although I missed it with Bradley Cooper on Star is Born. Brendan Fraser, this coming up, Oscar. No way out of it. 100% sure. It's going to be a hell of a performance to beat that performance.
I was going to see it in the movie theater, December 21st.
Well, I'm kind of afraid to go to the movie theaters. I'm telling you, Brendan Fraser, Oscar winner right there. 100% sure. 100% sure. I can tell like that. I'm usually right. Although the only reason I voted on Star is Born with Cooper, or I think I might have, was because we went to the same school. Hang on, where is, oh no, I lost the controller. Yeah, I saw that. Boom, Oscar. I did get it right like that for another, hang on, usually you can tell. Hang on, give me a second. Where is the remote? Yeah, you got to listen to it loud. It's like all of a sudden lose the remote. Where'd he go? Oh man. Yeah, the fat suit, playing a fat guy. Brilliant. Yeah, I can't. You're gonna have to listen to it because I cannot find. I couldn't find the remote for this life. Oh, it's right here. Yeah, found it. Right down here. Yeah. Listen, I've been right about a lot of things. Usually on the Oscars, I'm right. The only reason I voted for Bradley Cooper for Star is Born is because I went to school with him, but I didn't think he was probably going to get that one. I didn't think he was going to get that one. It'd been cool to get because he's been nominated a lot of times, and he's also a peer of mine. Like went to the same school. But this one with Brendan Fraser in the fat suit, big time Oscar, best actor right there, and that film is going to be up for Best Picture too. I don't even know the name of the film. We just saw the trailer. We were watching a Dry Bar Comedy right there. Jeff Allen is thanking right now. No. I'll find the name of it. But also the performance, maybe even the young lady, she'll probably be nominated too, who is an Asian actress. Looks like it's going to be a double nomination. They could get Best Actor and then maybe Best Actress or Best Supporting for the lady. You have to see how big the role is. I'm going to, it's actually AdSense, so I can't find it. But I can put in Brendan Fraser and probably find it. I'm guessing for 100% sure, Brendan Fraser, Best Actor. I'm trying to find out because I'm doing the thing right here. Then I'm going to say that the lady is probably going to get supporting. She's an Asian actress. Brendan. Yeah, he's going to get it. And then if he's beat out by somebody, that's going to be a heck of a performance. But I already know. I can already tell you. So he's going to be pitted against probably, I could be wrong, but probably Cooper's going to be nominated for Leonard Bernstein. Or Bernstein, however you say it. He's gonna be nominated. I know Brendan Fraser is gonna be nominated. I know this. I'm 100% sure he'll be nominated. If he's not, then. But then again, if I went way back in time, I would say that Robert De Niro deserved it for The Awakenings, and I still believe that today. But it went to Jeremy Irons, Reversal Fortune. It's called The Well. That's Best Actor right there. Brendan Fraser, and probably going to be a contender for Best Supporting. It's always a feel-good thing. So Cooper's going to get nominated and lose again to this guy right here. There's his competition. No, I do this every year, right there. That's his competition. And he's going to lose. They're both in suits, not fat suits. Can't beat the fat suit. But here's the thing, though. I'm going to tell you an old story about Best Actor. Long time ago, when I first started doing this stuff, when I first started acting like right on stage for competition, okay, not my first role. My first role was kind of a drama role, and Look Homeward Angel is Ben Gant. But if you ever know Eugene Gant and Ben Gant and Thomas Wolfe's Look Homeward Angel, written by Kitty Fringe, it's a play. Anthony Perkins did it on Broadway as Eugene. I don't know who played Ben Gant then, but I played Ben Gant. It was a good role. But Later on, we did Bertolt Brecht. So we do these Bertolt Brechts in competition. They're really good for competition. And we did The Good Woman of Szechuan one year. Pretty sure it was The Good Woman of Szechuan, yeah. And we were in area, or it was before area. I say before area. I say it was district, area, then region. I think it's how it goes. Or maybe district, region, and area. It's the one right before you go to area and then you go to state. I always get them mixed up. Anyway, it's the competition levels. Well, we were, I think, at area. I think we were area. Then the next was region and then state. So we were at area. We already district. I did horrible. Like the judge didn't like me. I was thinking about quitting acting and everything. So we had to continue to do the play. And we were going to try to go to state anyway. In area, we had changed, slight changes to the play, where the character of the pilot in Good Woman in Szechuan decides to hang himself. Well, instead, I did a Harry Carey. It was a Harry Carey move, Harry Carey. And I said, well, let's change it. Let's do Harry Carey. It's more correct. It's more culturally correct to suicide for an Asian person, because I was playing a pilot. I was playing an Asian person as a pilot. And so we had done the performance that night, and we didn't really get to see all. Sometimes we try to sneak in and watch the other performances to see how we're going to do. And we were backstage getting ready to go on. And later on, I'd be friends with Brian Beck, who we started a theater company later on in college, and he was on that night, and they were talking about his performance. Who he was awarded, he got an award that night, and I was hoping just to get placed. You could get honorable mention, you get all-star, or you get best actor. I never even dreamed I'd probably get best actor, but I was thinking about quitting, acting that night. I was like, well, if I don't get rewarded this night and we lose, I'm gonna go ahead and set it down and go into business, whatever, or I'll go into something else. I'll take it as a sign, just to quit, whatever. So we were at area, and they were doing a play. I think it was Haltom. I want to say maybe it was Haltom. They were doing The Boys Next Door, which is about mentally challenged people. And we were listening to some of it, and we were backstage, and they had come in. They said, listen, we're going to lose. These guys are great. They're playing special ed people. They're playing mentally challenged people. We're not going to win. And I was getting my makeup on. We were doing Bertolt Brecht with stylized play. I was getting my makeup on, and I was like, oh, man, what are we going to do? And just things were going through my head. I was like, what can we do? Like little tweaks. I mean, we got to find at least place. We got to have at least get a place. Lo and behold, at the end, whenever it came to get the reward, the award, we were sitting there. Well, Liza, we call her Liza, Elizabeth George, she had won Best Actress. And it came out of nowhere, and we were like, boom, we placed something. This is good. Because she always wins. Every single time we did contest, she would always win. So she won, everyone's cheering, and I'm sitting there thinking, okay. So they had already called, at that point, they had already called all the honorable mentions and all the all-stars. They didn't call my name for honorable mention. They didn't call my name for all-stars. And I was sitting there, and they just called Elizabeth. So I was thinking, nah, they're not going to do Best Actress and Best Actor for the same play. And we were hoping that we'd at least place third. So I was sitting there, and this lady was sitting right next to me named Jennifer Black. And we were just both sitting there, and I just had my eyes closed. And then, boom, my name was called. And it is a thrill. Because at that moment, I knew after my name was called, there was no going back. And just everyone was cheering. And that was kind of, I would say, a big milestone in my life. Because I'd gone up there, I got the trophy, I had my hands up, this platoon kind of thing. And then we placed, and we got to go to the next level. We didn't make it to state that year. But when we got to the next level, which was region, I only landed all-star. So I knew from that moment on that you can't always be the best. You can't always be the best. But I know this stuff because I watch this stuff. I've been watching it since I was like 17 and placing. I'm almost certain. I know this story is kind of crazy about winning and acting, which a lot of people don't like competition, but I'm almost certain that right there, just from looking at the photo and seeing the performance, best actor for sure. Never thought of Brendan Fraser, just like I never thought Heath Ledger would get the credit for Dark Knight either. You never think of those kinds of things. It comes out of nowhere, That's going to be a best picture too. Now I could be wrong. I'm going to go back and watch this later because Oscars are coming up. January, February, in a few months. I think this one will place. It's on the Nerd Doc. If you want to watch it, they may be talking about it. The well-explained ending and stuff like that. So you never know. Like, I could be wrong. You know, I was wrong about myself one time. So we'll have to see. But acting is such a thrill to get that award. A long time ago, last story, and I'll wrap it up. A long time ago in the Greek days, when all this was really developing, because theater was developed in Greek, which later transformed to cinema. And theater is still around today. The Greeks were the ones that invented it all. They really, I mean, this was like the highlight of the government. You know, to be an award-winning actor was a big deal. But anyway, I don't know what they gave the actors for winning certain things, but it more went to the playwright. And this is what the playwright would get if he won. You know how nowadays, when you're one of the best actors, you're like a royalty. You get millions of dollars. No one can touch you. Well, they can, but they usually, you have to stay 10 feet or 20 feet back from these people. You can't make eye contacts always. I mean, it's like a big deal. Back then in the Greek times, long time ago, theater of Dionysus, all of that kind of stuff. If you were a playwright, that's the highest reward is to be a playwright back then in the Greek time. And you won as a playwright. You were simply given one goat. True story. You were given one goat. That was it. Imagine Sophocles walking off with a leash and a goat, going, man, I did it. I got my goat. Anyway, it's a true story though. Anyway, this one's, I'm sure. Anyway, if you're in Vegas and you're placing your bets, go with Brendan Fraser. I know they bet on these things. I'd be good in Vegas for this kind of stuff, you know, but I don't know if it's legal, but it might be, but I don't know. They may make it a betting thing, but I would put my Brendan Fraser, you know. But I haven't seen Leonard Bernstein yet, so I think that's what Bradley's getting ready to release. So this one's being released yet, but I have seen scenes from Leonard Bernstein. You know, I went to the same school Bradley went when he was studying right before he became famous, and I know he played the Elephant Man and stuff like that, so I know he's talented. But he's also going to have makeup. And now I'm going back to makeup, too. Makeup has been important in the last few years, too, because if you go and you watch The Irishman, who Robert De Niro was nominated, they also use makeup on that, too. So makeup on this, which is the fat suit and makeup, you're going to have makeup in Leonard Bernstein. So it used to be back in the day, say maybe like 10 years ago, it was either you could get like big and fat or really, really skinny. They're like, man, that guy got skinny, like Matthew McConaughey. Like, boy, he got skinny. He's going to win it. And lo and behold, Dallas Buyer Club, he won it. Same thing with Christian Bale. Now they're kind of focusing more on just makeup. So it's how, you know, you gotta admit one last thing though. You gotta admit working in makeup is probably pretty difficult. It's something that takes probably a little bit of talent, especially if you're like in a body suit, you know, because you have to wear it. You know, it's like a costume. And then the same thing, we're gonna see the same thing with Leonard Bernstein though. It's gonna be heavy makeup. Anyway, I'm pretty sure 100%. Oscar winner, Brendan Fraser. I'm actually going to post it. I'm almost 100% is what I'm going to say on that. Almost 100% Brendan Fraser. Big time Oscar winner for Best Actor. Yeah.